P.N. Ramesh, who is the Inspector General of the CRPF, and he's also the Director of CRPF Academy in Gurgaon. So having a view from security angle from him will be ready.
Thank you, Dr. Ravi Gupta. It's an honor to be here again. I understand it's very difficult to keep the attention glued for an afternoon, that when the sessions are overstretched. And I would request the kind attention which is slightly going to be off-the-cuff presentation, which may not be status quo. I require your attention for carrying on this part of our talk. The customary way of saluting my Guru, Chandrasekhar Azad, and all the institutions that I studied, Indian Institute of Management, Calcutta, IIT Kharagpur, from where I did my PhD at Osmania University, I did my LLM. And today I just came here to speak about the police angle and also the prevention of crime angle and the prevention of inconvenience angle for the people who are going to be there as residents of these smart cities. What is smart? The Institute of NIST, some of them people are here, they call smart. I'm quoting the World Bank definition. Smart means simple, moral, accountable, responsive, and transparent. And the city means a city made up of buildings, roads, urban infrastructure, safety consciousness, security consciousness, and also the convenience and the belief that the people who reside in the cities. These smart cities have to ensure these 5 qualities not rightly also are smart, apart from what the urban planners define. As we say, this a city can be defined as smart by investments in human, social capital, and traditional modern communication infrastructure, fair and high quality of life, with a wise management of natural resources to participate in the action and engagement. Perhaps in the Indian case, the last 2 points are the same. It's again from a bottom pyramid, a topsy-turvy pyramid kind of thing, wherein the citizen is supposed to follow myriad rules, from the traffic to the municipal corporation to the health to so many other regulatory agencies. It's a topsy-turvy pyramid. Smart city concept essentially means efficiency. As right now, my colleague from the Delhi Metro, which is one of the greatest things which every Indian should be proud of, especially the creation of Dr. Sridhar. In fact, when I visited Delhi, maybe around 2 to 3 decades ago, it was highly polluting kind of environment. Today, 25 lakhs of people commuting safely, securely. I also use metro often. And the same kind of demand is there in Hyderabad and many other places. That is the testimony of the success of the DMRC. Naturally, there is a need for institutions like the DMRC to replicate itself not only in Delhi, in suburbs of Delhi, in NCT, so that the fuel cost will come down, the pollution effect will be not there, safety and security consciousness will be there. Most important, the discipline of commuting, the timing and the punctuality. So that is wonderful, and I am also happy that the last part of it is also enforced yesterday, when the driver was immediately suspended. And I am glad that DMRC is not burdened with the problems of the unions, so that the disciplinary action can be taken. We know that 50 to 60% of the population are going to move to the cities by another 14, 15, 16 years. And this is because of the natural flow of economics. The agriculture sector dependency will be coming down, and industry has already reached a zenith. And so the people will be resorting to services, and hence urban cities will be clogged with unplanned structure if you don't intervene now. And intervention means proper planning, and that's why perhaps our Honorable Prime Minister came out with an idea of 100 smart cities, 100 new cities in the entire industrial corridors as well as in different parts of the country. It is very noteworthy to say the Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi represents the oldest city according to the Puranas in the world, Varanasi, and now planning for 100 new cities in India. That's a great tribute to the combination of the old and the new. emphasis on this infrastructure, especially the water. When we come to water is a lifeline. 76% of our human body is water. Without water, cities and civilizations tried. We all know history is enough. History has given enough proof for that. If the water is not there, drinking water is not there, water and water treatment plants are not there, then you can imagine the collapse of the urban structure and urban infrastructure, which creates stress and which also creates its own public agitations, which in turn will lead to deaths and which in turn lead to a cycle of violence, which is covered in any democracy, especially a responsible democracy. And so this new initiative is also a very noteworthy initiative because a clean Ganga will always be able to feed the thirsty people of India and not only prevent the polluting rivers and the polluting industries, pollution of the rivers by releasing the toxic waste from the industries. This is a Google map which reflects how the Ganga starts from that place and ends in Ahmedabad, traveling all the way. And so many cities have come out, all the so-called cities, major cities, including some of the mega cities, industrial cities, have come out on the banks of the river Ganges. So this project must also have urban city planning included in this, so that cleaning of the Ganges and the creation of the cities must go together, so that at least from now onwards there will be no unplanned city in the country. The crime in smart cities, we know, unplanned urban cities cannot be smart because of these following reasons. Number one, non-manageability. You have got such a huge hubris of population that you don't know who is where, whether that fellow is a Pakistani ISA agent or Hizbut Mujahideen candidate, we don't know. Recently, one of our senior IAS officers' daughter was, 2 years ago, she was raped unfortunately, and the fellow was from Paragoda. The security guard who did it, he belongs to Al-Qaeda, my Qaeda, West Bengal Al-Qaeda. A very fine officer, and he suffered, unfortunately, because of the death of his daughter, dear daughter, only one daughter of theirs. And it's very painful incident, and because the so-called checking systems, wherein we hire a watchman and no checkup takes place because the collapse of this are unmanageable. So many housing urban societies come. They are not, some of them are registered, some of them are not registered. Who works there? It's anybody's guess. Number two is anonymity, not inanimity. Inanimity and anonymity, both there is a spelling mistake of the criminal. The criminal's work and the crime takes place in our experience because of the anonymity. And I advise the media persons, if you are there, my fellow policemen, that in your enthusiasm to publicize your extraordinary work, please do not reveal the secrets of investigation for becoming the 15-minute celebrity on the TV screen which is not watched by anybody. Because by doing so, you are revealing the secrets and thus the detectability of your technology becomes redundant. And that should not be resorted to for your 15-minute self-proclaimed claim of respect or publicity. Escape routes are very easily available, as one of our colleagues is telling. Commit a crime here and escape to a neighboring area. Again anonymity, again production and then protection. And shelters. Urban swallows, like for example, the Dawoodi Ibrahim gangs and the gangs in Chota Shakil gangs. They all thrive because of the shelter points. The sleeper cells thrive because of the shelter points. We have seen the attacks in this very city. In this very place, just 1.5 kilometers from the place where the hotel is in this situation. We are not sure whether any such kind of activity right now is going on because of the sleeper cells, about the possibility of the sleeper cells, because everyone takes shelter in a darkness, and anonymity means darkness. And the cost of law enforcement. We say prevention is better than cure. For us, crime is like AIDS. We can only prevent it. Because when crime happens, the cost of detection, the cost of proving, the cost of sending that fellow to gallows, and the cost of keeping him in gallows is huge. With 2.3 crores of cases pending, every day the cases adding, you can imagine the kind of load that is existing on a population police ratio, which is the worst in the context of any democratic country in the world. 7,000 people for one policeman. And that being the case, there is a need for using the existing technology, including the citizen cooperation with this. Yesterday, I am very happy to know that the YouTube and one of the passengers have uploaded the video from his smartphone and immediately that was taken cognizance. So citizens, because 95 crores of Indians have got accessibility to smartphones today. And that is a great advantage for us if we convert this information flow to a tool of governance. Of course, there is empathy towards the minorities. That is also a point too, because most of the so-called ghettos or the slums in this country, including Delhi, I don't want to name, they are unfortunately habited by a particular community or any particular minority community, whichever community it is. Let us not go disrespect any community of highest respect to all communities. When that community as a whole, as a person, feel alienated because of irresponsibility, because of non-accessibility to the public services, because of their lack of definitional citizenship that they are supposed to have as being citizens of the country. They do have that faith betrayed will become an easy point of flash at slightest excuse, slightest stimuli on the point of misgoverning or malgoverning or collapsing structures of governance. So this is a point, another point which we need to take care of, so that particular communities in the world cities, in the world cities, should be taken care of. So that after they are our citizens, they are our men. And if we don't do it, they are going to be a threat to the comfort zones that most of us prefer to stay. This is what India is. This is what Delhi is. This is what Toronto is. I was just coming down. Gurgaon is supposed to be the fastest city in the world. And pigs roam around as if it's a forest. And government spend a lot of money on control of brain fever. I don't know whether the urban city planners conveniently close their eyes when they see a pig. And this kind of things happen, and the cows and pigs and traffic. And the other day, there was a meeting and we were going to celebrate our 75th anniversary in the CRPF. I recommended to my committee that let us adopt a place in Connaught Place or any other place in Delhi as a befitting, because we sacrifice our lives for the security of the country, the maximum sacrifice done by our village, the CRPF. And when we are doing the maximum sacrifice, we are going to do some kind of contribution. Let us adopt these street children and train them in our CRPF public school. It was accepted. And somebody has to take initiative. Let us not criticize XYZ. Urban planning is not working, this is not working. How long we are doing on criticizing? There are infrastructure. The Indian Railways can do something. Let Indian Railways adopt. Let DMRC adopt under their corporate social responsibility. Let LNT do something. Each traffic junction, whoever is there breaking these street children. And also complain to the legal complaint authorities if there is a racket there. If a policeman collects a bribe from these beggars, let that beggar be sent to jail immediately. Somebody needs to do it. How long in capital of India, 1.25 billion population? Are we going to have another Sanskrit Roy? Or to compete for an Oscar film by showing all this and claiming that I am the greatest truth transmitter in the world? This is the question which we need to ask, and we ask ourselves. And we are doing this. And we are going to do this. And because I take this credibility to talk to you like this, because I remove Congress grass in my campus, that is bacteria. I gave a new definition to my course, CRPF, as controlling and removal of plastic pollution. That's what CRPF is called. And let us go to another issue. I think Gurgaon, when I come, I see a lot of these bacterium grass, which local Haryana, my brothers of Haryana, call them as Congress. So this is where initiative needs to be taken, all of us, so that this is our area. This is how our communication technologies are great. Something happens in Israel and Palestine, our people come to the streets. That is the power of the information communication technology in the smartphone. And we can do this in the reverse immediately. 90 crores of jasusis are there. Milky jasusis and milky whatever. In our country, now today, everyone can smartphone. Let them be reconnected by WhatsApp or something. So that the corruption or the delinquencies can be prevented. Because if any unprevented incident of corruption or delinquency is a cost-to-cost delivery system. Let the world. Already so much of things are pending us, so that when we prevent this, by leveraging the existing infrastructure facility, that is the human beings in our country. Students demand video recording of all information. Another great example of how we can use it. There was, in Jammu University, there was a corruption case going on of favoritism of some professors, nepotism and favoritism. The students are demanding, why don't you use this? This is another lesson for us. We can use this technology for prevention of these delinquencies on the road or the safety. Bihar minister says cell phones and non-based would encourage rape. Whether somebody is contested it or not, I am not sure, but definitely there is something to agree upon in this sense. Yet bhavam tat bhavati, yet bhaksham tat bhavati, yet karmam tat bhavati. What we think we will do, what we eat we will do, and what we do we will do. Naturally, if these instruments are used by this class and some class fellow, and he uses all sorts of, he is accessible, he makes himself accessible to all sorts of avoidable sites, it's very difficult for him to become a good citizen. So these are the things which we need to block. Let's say block this kind of thing. In our academy, we block all these sites to all our trainees. That kind of thing can be resorted to the schools. Violence after gang rape victims in UP. Again, today nothing is beyond the public eye. Everything reaches immediately. The way exodus took place from Bengaluru to the northeast when they heard that there was some attack going on is an example of the misuse of the technology. The power of the technology will be misused, and we can leverage it for correct use if the urban planners open up and think and there is an integration of plan. Mumbai. Some of us are from friends of Mumbai. The gangs. These gangs thrived because of the failure of governance. And to me, governance is not a concept, it is delivery. And if you don't deliver, they will be down to pay him, there will be Lakshman Rao and Dandakarani, there will be Maoists everywhere. And nobody is going to excuse the northern ones. They will take, whenever there is a vacuum, there will be somebody to fill it up. The wars they take place, there is a competition of extortion, and this being tried again because of the failure of so many structures. The connivance of the business groups. We know people who adopt innocent faces in press conferences. Unfortunately, are also there contributing to this. So there is a need for all of us, for the entire country, to at least now to open up and call it this is one country. We are no longer debatable into elites, non-elites. We are no longer debatable into Mumbaiites and non-Mumbaiites. We are no longer debatable into Muslims and Hindus. We are Indians. And that kind of thing, when it comes, the doubts and all that will fall below the line. Why again urban infrastructure collapsing, and what is the thing for the safety in so-called smart cities? Today, I was told by my friends in police in the UP that for 10,000 rupees you can hire a Sipari killer in Gajah. The rates of interest are going down, but the Sipari rates are coming down. Why is it happening? It's happening because of the business migration. It's also happening because of it. I will go and kill. The police can keep me in jail only for 3 months and come back. Anyway, I belong to them. It's homecoming. Again I will go. No problem. So this kind of thing when happens, when things go and no safety there, where is the concept of citizenship? Where is the concept of delivery of the services? So this happens. How the brain will be surprised to know it's son of a head constable. The police head constable. So and how the brain or even this, there's one more recently, there's Indian Gujarati fellow, he was arrested he was from Karnataka. This fellow said he wanted to be a policeman, he could not be, he became a criminal. So there is a need for us to have a customized approach to the vulnerable sections. We cannot throw them under the carpet saying that all systems are bad. We have to remember our great English saying, let us not forget the touch of food when I count the trees. I am not counting the pigs, I am counting the trees. When I am counting, let me not concentrate only on counting, let me also know what I am counting. urban planning also requires this kind of thing. 26 by 11 attack is another example. Sanjay Dutt and drug mafias, you all know it. I don't have to repeat it. Salman Khan's good accent. This is what the figure shows. 26 by 11 is an example of utter collapse of the planning of safety, security, and followed by Ram Gopal Verma type of terrorism, which costed 3 ministers 3 months to lose their jobs. One of them ended up as, of course, I don't want to say, but then you know it. Today, unfortunately, there is a lot of crime on the crime against women. Naturally so. Living relationship, there is a need for to take a call on this right from the scale, right from the schools. Increasing number of rapes, as we have to say, there is a double demand of mobile phones, useless information, and explosion of useless information. And the cheap and the fake Chinese goods. The other day, I was just going through, there was a complaint. Well, let's start in. Yeah, sab kuch milta hai, including ethics. Somebody duplicated, 2 students got up this idea. Let me put my fake Chinese iPhone 22,000 rupees I will sell, and he sold. From some very low-key kind of fellow went and bought it, and later on he came to know it's a fake one. And then somehow they could find out who the fellows are, but they found that they are the students. So where the malls and this kind of consumer culture is doing that? Because why I am talking is safety is not a perception. It's a reality. If you have all the factors which are going to deteriorate your safety 10 years hence, you don't bother about your elementary schools, you don't bother about your urban roads, you go on giving it. Urban transport will think that all the things are available only for my roads. Transport sector will think that how many vehicles I will be going on selling. And everyone thinks of improving, there is integration somehow is missing. And I build a road. Tomorrow the cable wala comes and cuts it. Day after tomorrow the electrical line wala comes and cuts it. Tomorrow day one wala will come and cut it, and then cost goes on. So these are the points which we need to understand. Some smart cities should not be a policy. I am a great fan of John Wells, who speaks on the channel of General who speaks about boundaries of the nation. Smart cities cannot be having boundaries. Smartness is the mind, the thinking, and the safety, the network, the citizens live there. Who all make it as a smart. Without smart citizens, they cannot be smart city. And hence, it cannot be a world city, and it cannot be a gay community seat or gated community cities. We have to take care of these ethical values and others also. And malls should always they should not null or nil. And the so-called private, we have got so many channels today. I was just going through the day, I was analyzing. This channel, I was so-called prime time, news prime time. 38%, 35% of the time is an advertisement, 8% is on third promotion. This one is the greatest anchor, this, that, and all that. Ultimately, it's all reached a waste of time. That's why I switch over to only DD Darshan, Doordarshan, and LSD. That's what my personal example. But what I am requesting you is, media also has a responsibility. Everything is not commerce. Everything is not advertisement. Everything is not PR. Everything is not PR. Everything is not public relations. If you understand about public relations in its true spirit, perhaps you will not indulge in the acts that are so-called public relations or indulging. Fire hazards, increasing deaths, floods, earthquakes, collapse of the buildings and corruption in this place. This point is very, very important because I'll show you a few photographs. You go on left and right, you give people the permission to build 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 roads. And suddenly the new municipal commissioner comes, he wakes up and he says this is not that, throw, break it. Supreme Court's appeal, Campacola happens. And one flat is sold by 2 public sector corporations, giving loans to that to 10 people. This has happened. LIC and SBI Housing Finance giving loans to the same flat 10 to 10 people. Where is the so-called due diligence happening? legitimate aspiration to have a small flat in urban area. Rural area. Smart cities should take care of this. That's otherwise what will happen is this. This is our own Bharat Ratna, Sri Kalmadi Saab, in Karnal Karwai. The one that you can see it here. In Delhi. And the accidents, the deaths that take place, the railway accidents, and the floods, the building collapses, the floods. And this is recently what was happening, just a month ago, earthquakes. And the building collapses because of the fault commissions. Was there any single conviction of any municipal authority who gave these commissions? What are we talking about? The deterrence of the law. No botheration for water supply, no botheration for power, ventilation, fire escape, sewerage disposal, no fund for adequate forest thinking, green areas and temperature increase. This is what yesterday I took a photograph of my own city, Gurgaon. That's how. Nobody bothers whether there is any sewerage disposal is there or not, what supply is there, just not bother. 2 BHK, 3 BHK, itna sir, 2 BHK, send it, we'll give it. Fraud, no fraud, nobody bothers. This is how where the water, where, how many roads, what schools, where schools. And when I build a one-story house, 27 persons are asked. When great industries in Mumbai builds 27 houses, not even a single person is asked. These are the points which we should be addressing. Gentlemen and ladies, this is only one concept I would like to give you just to think over it, or ponder over it. If the rule of law is correctly executed, there is no need for rules of law. When the rule of law fails, that's why you create so many rules of law to cover one failure, a cascading effect of the rules of law, which everyone fails. If the police station works correctly, if the police station is allowed to work correctly, इस देश में शायद क्राइम करने की किसी का हिम्मत नहीं, वहां पर जाके रिपेयर वहां करना है. At cyber crime, I have no time. I have been told to conclude in 2 minutes. So this one I just wanted to tell you: if we don't take care of ourselves, these people are going to take care of us in the days to come. Somebody has to take care, isn't it? If you leave that to jail, come. Just to conclude, electronic surveillance cameras is deployed but not followed, not maintained, data not interpreted correctly, or like paperweights, the way laptops and high-speed enabled desktops have become the government offices. Go to any urban ministry and any big office today, you will see the office staff checking up their Facebooks, WhatsApp, and playing cards on the internet and doing no more. Hence, will to govern is important rather than missionary to govern. If bill is there, urban technology will be aid. If bill is not there, urban technology will be aids. I always say, it's a conclusion slide. If you want to be best in achievement in life, you need to have these following: 6 packs, 6 peaks with 6 packs in order to conquer the 6 peaks, which are as follows. What are the 6 peaks? Knowledge, skill, correct attitude, hard work, enthusiasm, and healthy consciousness. These 6 peaks you need to start right from KG to PG. 6 packs, the boys exercise and get the 6 packs in the gym. And the 6 peaks, what are the 6 peaks? Body and mind, and this is the intellect. Wisdom, external leadership, self-actualization of the master variety, worldwide view, acceptance of the peers and others, and integrated happiness. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you for the time.